I love it when Steam's quality assurance is so high that it doesn't even allow you to play some of the games that it sells without members of the community coming in and writing their own guides for it. Hello there everybody, welcome back to RoundSquare. My name is Doidle and today we're playing something a little bit different. What's all this about? This isn't Tomb Raider, or perhaps maybe one other game that I play. No, this is Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars, the director's cut, kindly gifted to me by my good friend Chris. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. And I know nothing about this game, I will say that much. I've been told it's something kind of akin to like a Monkey Island style game. The only thing that I do know about this is that it's got that kind of 90s Fox animation kind of art style. You'll see what I mean when you see the female character. But yes, so without further ado, let's just jump in and see what this game has to offer for us.
Paris. City of love, romance, and dreams.
Ooh.
So they say.
Oh, I miss Paris so
I
much.
used to say it too.
Oh, there
but
we
ever since that day, the day of the murder, I've always associated my beloved Paris with death.
Murder in Paris! Revolution. Ooh. Oh, I love that. 90s. Oh, it's all like hand-drawn. Okay. I wasn't expecting this. So I'm curious, is this going to have a separate art style for when it plays the cutscenes compared to the gameplay? Oh, this is very pleasant. Oh, look, there's Sacre-Cœur. Oh.
I was at home having a bath when my editor called.
Collard, get your ass over to the Palais Royale now. You got an interview. With Pierre Carchon.
Okay.
Yes, the Pierre Carchon. No photos, so leave your gear at home. He asked for you personally. Don't ask me why.
Looks like there's a mystery.
Big, so if he makes a pass, don't forget. Just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes.
So charming and so very apt. Pierre Carchon was a media king, a national hero, and one of the most infamous adulterers in Europe.
Oh.
He and his wife Imelda were just one step down from royalty. Whoa, I hate mimes, but unless you humor them, they don't go away.
Okay.
Here I was, the palace of the media king and the ice queen.
I didn't like the way that guy looked at
I
me.
pressed the doorbell and set in motion a chain of events.
There we go.
Which would change my life forever.
Yes?
Oh,
What is
jeez.
it?
Madame, my name is Nico Collard. I'm here to see Monsieur Carchon.
Come up, we're on the first floor.
Alright. So's the mime by the looks of it.
Madame Carchon, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I'm sure.
The Ice Queen was certainly living up to her reputation.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's interesting. The character models are all... They're like 3D, cel-shaded.
Will you be staying for the interview?
I think.
Mademoiselle, I know little of my husband's business affairs, and I care even less. I certainly have no intention of watching him pore over yet another pretty little journalist.
Pretty. You're too kind, Madame.
Oh.
The talented and very beautiful Mademoiselle
I
Collard.
love how the
Such a
2D
pleasure
art
to meet
style
you.
is just like
Monsieur
Archer.
Carchon, I am honored.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Call me Pierre, please. But I do not flatter you idly. I was a friend of your father. He was a great man.
My father, he never mentioned.
He and I were very close. And then his death. So tragic. I must...
Oh.
Imelda, your damned cat's in my study again. Another Ming vase, I suppose.
Ugh, nothing big. Nothing important, don't worry.
My dear girl.
You journalists are getting younger each year.
Perhaps it's the rest of the world getting older, madame.
Fucking hell!
That was no cat. What? Monsieur Carson?
Why are you not questioning the fact that's just a random mime over the dead body? Mere seconds after he was screaming.
He's dead. I must call the police. You'd better stay here.
There was a man. It was the mime. Do you think he...
The mime.
Well, I believe we can rule out suicide, don't you?
No wonder they called her the Ice Queen. She would have been top of my list of suspects if I hadn't seen the attacker myself.
Ooh.
And if I hadn't come across a couple of murders just like this already. One of the most important men in Europe murdered. And here was I, Nico Coulard, alone at the scene of the crime. Should I wait for the cops? Or start my own investigation? It was a no-brainer.
I mean, I think a rational person, even an investigator, would probably wait for the cops, but, you know, okay. Right, here we are! Oh my gosh, I'm excited! Okay, this is not what I expected. Right, so this just looks like it follows a traditional point-and-click style gameplay. I'm very much looking forward to this. Move the cursor pointer around the screen to discover areas of interest, which will be indicated by an animating blue circle. I just want to say I would love to be able to be playing this in full screen, but for some reason that full screen option messed up the resolution. It's full screen widthways, but certainly not in terms of the height. So I tried it in full screen and you couldn't see anything below, say for example, this point. So very annoying. We'll have to make do. Right, here we are in the Palais Royale. Right, let's see what this chap's got on him then.
Mimes and guns don't usually go together, but I had an idea that this was no ordinary mime. I'd come across this murderer before and written about him. The costume killer, at least that's what I'd called him.
Right.
I closed his eyes. It was the least I could do for the poor fellow.
I opened his eyes.
Best to leave the crime scene as I found it.
I was saying that's a joke! A hairpin.
It was one of my hair clips. My favorite, in fact. It must have fallen when I was knocked down.
Interesting.
Some people hate searching corpses for clues. Me, I'm okay with it. Reminds me of an old boyfriend.
Wait, as in, did you kill? I don't.
In his pocket, I found a ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. Taking the ticket meant I tampered with the evidence. There was no going back now.
That's interesting. I'm wondering if there's a like different paths that you can take. So if I leave everything, then maybe it might insinuate that I'm guilty and I get in trouble or something.
Carchon had been shot.
Okay. Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, it's quite clear that I've tampered with the evidence. So I may as well close his eyes now, out of respect.
It was the least I could do for the poor fellow. I opened his eyes. Best to leave the crime scene as I found it.
Oh, this is so nice. I mean, the fact that a murder's just taken place isn't nice, but I mean,
A small
I
round
miss
piece
France.
of glass had been cut out of the pane. This was a professional job.
I miss France so much.
I didn't want to cut myself and leave blood on the glass. Call me old-fashioned, but I like to keep my DNA to myself.
Yuck. So she then proceeds to open the door. Oh,
The killer must have used a ladder to reach the window. He was long gone. Guess he folded that ladder up, popped it in his pocket and took it with him.
as you do. But surely people would have seen this person fleeing the scene with a ladder.
The bookcase was filled with obscure first editions. Pierre Cauchon again. His eyes seemed to follow me around the room. The police could turn up at any minute. Somewhere there were clues to the murder, and I needed to find them.
Why are you so against the police finding... I don't understand.
A Louis XIV table with an antique cloth. Imelda had taste. But hey, with a husband that rich, taste is easy. I reckoned that cloth might just turn out to be useful.
Hello?
Even my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole.
Is that like a bullet? To use an inventory item on a background object, click on that item and hold the mouse button. While continuing to hold the mouse button, drag the item over the hotspot and release when it highlights with a gold outline.
Aha! Nico, you are just so damn good at this stuff.
I mean, now it seems like I'm tampering. Everything else would have just been perceived as innocent, I think, by this point.
Instead of comforting Imelda, I was ransacking her flat. Why?
I don't.
Because there was
I don't
something
know.
going on here, and I had to get answers before the cops arrived. And hey, she'd been rude to me, so she had it coming.
That's no excuse for fucking robbing her ass. Oh, she was rude to me, so I used her dead husband as a as a ploy to steal everything. Okay. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Imelda had talent, but I certainly wasn't going to tell her that.
I was gonna say I should speak to her, but
It was a tube of acrylic paint. French ultramarine. Just the color I was after for my bathroom.
I'm sorry, I have to go. Someone is...
Young lady, what are you doing? Oh, this paint. It's my favorite color.
For God's sake, keep the damn stuff.
this is highly inappropriate. Oh, I just love this colour of paint. Let's go talk to her. Try and comfort her.
Excuse me, madame.
Yes?
Whoa. What?
Why would a mime want to kill your husband?
Pierre had plenty of enemies. Half the husbands in Paris for a start.
Oh, yikes.
How did your husband know my father?
I have no idea.
You didn't know him? Thierry Collard?
Pierre knew a lot of people I didn't know, most of them women.
I am so sorry for your loss, madame.
No, you're not. You're a journalist. Journalists don't feel sorry.
Not true.
We shall see.
Wow.
Why did your husband send for me? What did he want to discuss?
I have no idea. His business was his business.
He never told you anything.
No, and frankly, I preferred it that way. This is quite a scoop for you. I suppose you're already inventing the headlines.
Just because I am a journalist.
Don't patronize me. You're all cut from the same cloth. Do you have any moral sense at all?
No, I could just choose to... No, I don't.
Yes. That's why I do this job.
You do it to see your name in print.
As if. My editor gets the byline, I just do the work.
Well, don't expect my sympathy.
The police will be here soon, madame. Is there anybody you would like me to contact? Family, friends?
No, I have no family. Pierre and I were... He was all I had, really. Not much, was it? The dutiful wife. That was my role. He never talked, never let me in.
I know one thing, madame.
What?
If you want to find out who killed your husband, then you let me do the job, not the police.
Why?
How do I know I can trust you?
Why? Why would the police not be wanting to do this? I don't understand.
Your husband invited me here today because he needed me. I think he knew somebody wanted to kill him, and he knew I could help.
I doubt it was your database he was after.
You're wrong. I was onto his killers already, I am sure of it. Please, you owe it to him.
I don't know.
All I need is a few more minutes to look around before the police come.
You really do have a moral sense, don't you? I trust so few people. And perhaps Pierre really did think that you could help. Of course it wouldn't have stopped him seducing you, too. Here, take this. It's the key to the drawing room next to the library at the end of the hall. It was Pierre's room. I rarely went in there. I couldn't. I was too scared of what I might find.
I feel really sorry for this woman, actually.
Thank you. I promise you won't regret this.
I feel really sorry for her, in fact, because, well, she's living in essentially a loveless marriage.
There was no one I needed to phone. Not until I had solved this case.
And, you know, she's always just been, in her husband's eyes, like, second best. She knew everything that was going on, and she's just kind of put up with it.
A medieval pageant. Original, no doubt. The tapestry must have cost a fortune.
Right. Well, I've got to say, this is a lot more immersive than I thought it would be.
The door was locked.
Oh, yes, I can use that key, can't I?
Now we were getting somewhere.
Right. What have we in here?
I didn't need the lights on. It was light enough already.
That makes me wonder if I'm going to come back here at some point after
The
dark.
painting showed the Cachons together.
Ew!
In love. As the poet said,
Ugh.
the past is a different country. Or did I read that in a fortune cookie?
Ugh.
There was the very faintest of clicks.
That opened something. Don't know what.
This wasn't the time for me to lie on the sofa doing my Marie Antoinette impression.
Yeah,
Though
it
it is
because I
very
am
popular at
French.
parties, especially with gay guys. Don't ask me why.
What?
As expected, the desk was yet another priceless antique. Yawn. The blotter and in tray had clearly been placed with mathematical precision. I didn't want to take the tray, but I knew that I could use it. My heart skipped a beat. It was a carved elephant. But not
I
just
love
any carved
elephants!
elephant. It had been made by my father. I knew for certain because in my apartment I had its exact twin, carved into a box he had made. So Cauchon had known my father. They really must have been friends. I decided to take the carved elephant. It clearly meant nothing to Imelda.
Okay. So, I'm confused then. So, is this not the first game in the I mean, I know this is the director's cut, so it's obviously been, you know, remastered, like air quotes, but I don't really understand.
I didn't need a sheet of blotting paper. Not while it was blank.
Right.
It was a sheet of blotting paper in another
Blotting
holder.
paper.
Its cracked surface looked ancient. Reminded me of its owner.
Wow, rude. Okay. I mean, he just died. Gonna see if this cloth does something.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna see if this cloth does something over here.
No.
Okay, never mind. Never mind then. Right, okay.
Locked. Not surprising, really.
Unless maybe that's what the painting does. Because that clearly unlocked something. Oh!
Behind the picture was a safe.
Never mind. Do I have a key for the safe? Is that what this little thing is?
It was the wrong kind of key.
Damn. Can I lockpick it?
The safe's lock was too secure for me to pick. How come it always works in movies, huh?
What about this thing? Oops. Oh, so that is a key. I see. Right, okay. Whoa, what is that?
In the safe was some kind of artifact. There were strange symbols on its surface. It looked like the printer's blocks I'd made at art school. If there was one thing I'd learned about symbols, they are always important. But these symbols scratched into stone were impossible to read.
Oh, I love the
needed to find a
music.
way of printing them.
This is so
At least the
atmospheric.
stone was round. But what could I use for ink? And what could I print on? Sure, I was stealing, but I knew Imelda didn't know about the artifact, and Cauchon was past caring.
Wow. Savage. Okay, I know what to do. Gosh, yeah, this is genuinely surprising me. I didn't imagine the game to have this kind of polish and atmosphere. I thought it was going to be a very primitive point and click sort of thing, but this has a lot of character to it. I'm loving this. So, do we put this down first?
The blotter was flat already. Rolling the cylinder across it would achieve nothing.
Oh, okay, so in that case, do I put down the cloth first?
No.
Oh, alright, you told me. Do I put the paint down?
Paint would have just soaked into the blotting paper. But the idea was good.
Oh, it's like Roy Walker. It's good, but it's not right.
I'd spread blue paint over the bottom of the tray. It was ruined. I was a very bad girl, but also quite a clever one.
Oh my. Oh my. Right, so now we put this shabam in here. Pray it doesn't damage the artifact.
I rolled the artifact in the paint until it was completely coated.
Oh, look at that.
An antique tray with paint spread all over it. Not a lot I could do with that.
Are you sure? Because I think you could soak it up.
No.
Oh. Fine. Let's put this on here then.
Genius. The roller and the paint worked just as I planned. But what did it say?
What? Subjudice SDSSDSS.
It was some kind of coded message. It read, subjudice. I may not have learned a lot as a journalist, but that was a term I knew well. It means a legal case that is before the courts.
Oh.
Below it was a sequence of letters that made no sense.
Okay, it's clearly...
I suddenly realized there was a connection between the boat ticket and the coded message. The boat ticket was stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. The Conciergerie on the Ile de la Cité, by the river, housed the ancient... So,
Whoops.
subjudice could, in this case, mean literally under the law courts.
Oh.
Below the Conciergerie. I was pretty sure I'd found all I could here. And besides, all this opulence was making me pine for my regular life of poverty. This was a huge story. It was also one heck of a puzzle with a lot of pieces missing.
Ooh.
But I was going to crack it. And if I could just remember the name of that fancy prize you get for being an ace journalist, I was definitely going to win it this time.
How interesting. So this is clearly a combination for something.
The cloth was embroidered with an unusual
So the
symbol.
cloth has the same symbol as the coded message. That's very interesting.
It was the beautiful elephant my father had carved. It was a boat ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. When I was a little girl, Papa used to take me on the Bateau Mouche as a treat.
Right, okay. So, I guess we've done all we can here. Oh, this makes me yearn for Paris. Oh, what a city. I suppose the police are not coming anymore, so... I suppose there's nothing wrong with us tampering with all the evidence now. Now we've essentially been given free permission to do so. Can I use... Maybe using the cloth on this would do something. She's like, I don't fucking know. Okay, I suppose let's go and see what the dutiful housewife has to say. She's like, well, I'm going to leave now.
Did you find anything useful?
This carving, do you know anything about it?
It was Pierre's. What does the statue have to do with...
Please, I need to know.
He was given it by a friend. Something to do with Africa.
He never explained any more.
No. But I think it was important to him. Always on display. Why?
It was carved by my father.
Oh, I see. I didn't know.
Imelda, I will do everything I can to find the killer.
Thank you, my dear.
And if the police
Aw.
ask,
Don't worry. You were never here.
subjudice was the key. I was going to have to find a way under the conciergerie. I decided to head straight for the quayside on the Ile de la Cité. If there was a way of getting under the conciergerie, it would have to be from there.
Oh, it's one of my favourite parts of Paris.
Canchon wasn't the type for messing about on the river. He was up to something down here. Something that got him killed.
Interesting. Oh, I miss Paris.
The Conciergerie. Former royal palace, prison and law courts. And also home to the busiest guillotine in the French Revolution.
Oh, I'm just sitting here with such a wistful smile on my face.
An old boyfriend of mine owned a barge once. Dampest relationship I ever had. In every way. It was the old boathouse for the Conciergerie. If I was right about the meaning of subjudice, then the answer had to lie somewhere here on the quayside.
Okay, so let's see what we have over here then.
The fence wouldn't move.
Not surprising.
This fence was a permanent fixture.
So, in that case, do I have something? Can I pick it? No. Okay. Never mind then. Let's see what we... Hey, it's that symbol.
The cross looked familiar. I'd seen it before. It was embroidered on the lace cloth I'd picked up at Carchon's apartment.
And
I
on
knew
the...
I was on the right track.
And it's on the code thingy as well.
I tried pushing the fence, but it wouldn't move. A strange pair of locks stopped the latches from releasing the gate.
Curious. Oh no. Oh no, I hate these kind of puzzles. You must move the rectangular blocks so the latch can slide all the way across, so releasing the gate to open. Move along there. Okay, so we just have to get it so that can go into there. I fucking hate this. I am the worst at these puzzles. Truly I am. Ah,
Yes! One down, one to go.
right. Okay. How much harder could it be? Oh, I did it.
Nothing like a good convent education for honing your lockpicking skills.
Yeah, sure. Whatever, love. Gee whiz. Right, well that took far too long. I think that's a pretty good place to leave it for this first episode. Thank you everybody so much for joining me on this little adventure. It's nice to do something a little bit different, so I'm excited. Please let me know if you want me to play more of this, because I would be more than willing. This has been really fun, aside from that awful puzzle just then, and I just know for a fact there's going to be so many more if I do. So if you would like to see me struggle, by all means, please let me know down below. And I'm going to see you in the next episode. Have a great day, everyone.